Hello, everyone, and welcome to TDTW Main Event. I am the one and only voice of Main Event. My name is Yoya. We have a great card tonight. We're starting off with this match here. It is the emo, or the fake emo, actually, Onslaught versus the man who I like just because of his name, Double D. Let's do this. And here we go. Double D, not really doing much on weekly TV, has graced us with his appearance on Main Event. Of course, last time he was here, he defeated AJ Hawk, also known as AJ Cock, according to my boss. And the commentary was totally not juvenile during that match. Meanwhile, Onslaught just recently acquired a monster truck, but apparently he thinks Brock Page is messing with the brakes on his monster truck, and I can say from first-hand experience, neither of those guys know how to mess with anything on a monster truck. They do not know vehicles or anything. They're kind of stupid. So I don't think it was Brock Page. It wasn't Chaotic either. We are currently on sabbatical. I'm actually phoning in from Area 51.5. So, Onslaught, I don't know who's messed with your monster truck, but Brock Page are way too stupid to be doing something like that. Anyways, Onslaught has Double D in the corner. Kicking the leg and kicking the head. Onslaught, of course, wearing those steel-toed boots. Double D barefoot for some freaking reason. This is just a regular, normal match. Countouts and DQs are on, and Onslaught calling for Double D to get on his feet. Huge axe handle there by the fake emo. Ooh. Almost a victory there for Onslaught. That would have been an upset. Onslaught looks like he listened to one song by My Chemical Romance that made it his identity. He looks like he has a MySpace page. And for those of you who are asking, what is MySpace? Exactly. And now, Onslaught going after Double D. Oh, missing! Double D able to reverse whatever Onslaught was going for there. And now here comes Double D. I'll tell you, as a wrestler, I like Double D. I like Double D. He's really cool. He has a really good move, too, that Dr. Teeth that he uses. Missing that moonsault, however, Onslaught able to take advantage. This has been a pretty back and forth matchup, a little bit surprising coming from the former W.A.N.K World Champion, Double D. And Onslaught now basking in the boos of the fans as the count starts for Double D to get into the ring. Onslaught not allowing the count to happen, just rolling in and out of the ring. Now Onslaught going after Double D, more going after the arm. Onslaught formerly in YCW. We are heading towards Onslaught's last weeks of YCW as he chose to not renew his contract. We are back to a count of 2 as Onslaught went outside the ring again. Finally throws Double D back into the ring and taunting on the apron. Oh, and look at this, the poison mist. How that is legal, I do not know. The kick to the head, cover. And Onslaught upsets Double D with that poison mist. I also don't know how that blinded Double D. He's wearing sunglasses. But Onslaught nonetheless gets the victory. And oh god, he has the chainsaw again. Someone get that thing away from him. Onslaught with the victory as we move on to the next match. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, a tables match. 1 table break to a finish. Let's go very short or very long. From left to right, we have Philip DeRump, Purple-Aki, the Rizzler, Kevin KO, and Raven-X. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I say I don't understand Kevin KO, but I will try to explain it. He tried to gift me a brain rot terms dictionary and all that. Let's get this match started. Here we go. In the corner of Kevin KO, we have Suck. In the corner of Purple-Aki, we have Power Udi. Purple-Aki looks scared of Philip there, as the Rizzler going after everybody. Kevin KO walked up to me a couple days ago and said he was, quote, and this is a quote, goated with the sauce, which I don't understand that, and that I was Delulu, again, and cringe. I do know cringe. He also, I asked him who his main inspirations were, and he said Livy Dunn and Baby Gronk. So I don't know. And then I asked him how he got Sucked to be a brain rot member, and he said 15 hours of doom scrolling, which sounds horrible. Oh god, Philip, we need this announce table. Philip DeRump, I thought he was going to try and put Raven-X through the announce table, but instead going back into the ring. Oh, look at that beautiful maneuver. That would have been way more beautiful if it actually connected. Purple-Aki again backing away from Philip DeRump. Philip DeRump's hair is glowing. Can we check on the hair product that this man uses? Like, seriously. Well, one other thing with Kevin KO, he told me that he was going to beat all the simps in the ring, which, again, no idea. Look, it's very rare for me to feel old, but whenever Kevin KO is in the ring, or Suck, I feel extremely old saying their quotes, because I don't understand a single word. Well, Philip DeRump hitting the splits beautifully as Kevin KO hits Philip DeRump with a table. Purple-Aki, though, slams KO down. This is 1 table break to a finish. Raven-X had the table in hand. Philip saying no, no. Kevin KO trying to bring in another table as Philip. Very athletic maneuver on Raven-X. Oh, and a table shot to the back of the head of Philip. We have 1 table set up in the ring now. Raven-X is on the ropes, and it looks like Kevin KO is going to take advantage. Suplex and the Rizzler with the win. Kevin KO gets the victory.
Here is your winner, the Superstar, Kevin KO.
Which sucks for me because I have to hear this stupid theme song. I don't know. No. That's all I gotta say. Next match, please. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, tornado tag match. You know what that means? No tags in, no tags out. And we have a new person on main event. First time ever debut on main event for Jackson Reed. Now, sadly, I have not been able to partake in TDTW, so I have no reference for this man. But he teams up with Zach Paxton to take on Mason Berry and James Osaki. I thought he was gone, but he's back. Let's get this done. Let's do it. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you feel the earth shake within a 50-mile radius of this arena, it is not an earthquake. James Osaki probably just took a bump. I'm telling you, the man is so big, we had to airlift him into the ring. He can't use the entrance. He doesn't fit. Meanwhile, James Osaki going after Jackson Reed. Mason Berry's still an asshole. He's still... I don't like Mason Berry. And this is coming from me, the Don Callis of TDTW. For those of you who don't know who Don Callis is, that's not a good thing, apparently. It's a good thing, in my opinion. But Jackson Reed has not won a match in a while, apparently, or ever. I mean, and looking at him right now, I can see why, because he's still getting his ass. Meanwhile, Zach Paxton, a man who I know very well for his time in YCW, VCW, TDTW, the current YCW Underground Champion, actually. He is sort of having a little bit of an issue with generic American male number 68, Jacob Baker, and Triple P Perfect Percival Pride. Look, I can, for the longest time, I never wanted to say I'm on Paxton's side, but I hate both of them, so I hope Paxton whoops their ass. Zach Paxton, of course, defending the YCW Underground Championship at Homecoming 4, which will be almost right after Survivor Series. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, April 26th and 27th on the Yoya.1 YouTube? No, the Yoya.1 Twitch channel. The pre-show goes up on the YCW YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 26th. Meanwhile, Mason Berry going for the stomp. Paxton saying no. Paxton, a former W.A.N.K World Champion, in his own right, the only Triple Crown champion in YCW history. Meanwhile, Jackson Reed, beautiful maneuver, and then gets caught with the kendo stick. This is tornado tag, which means no DQs. Cover. Jackson Reed able to break it up. Reed trying to go after Berry, but can't seem to get around his partner. Mason Berry hits a kick on Jackson Reed. And now James Osaki gets back into the ring. Moonsault DDT, but Berry. Jackson Reed taunts at the wrong time, and Berry and Osaki get the win. The Danny Dojo, or at least Jackson Reed of the Danny Dojo, still takes the loss. And the Sloth Empire gets the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. Of main event, and it's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dolly versus Stabby Abby, and for the first time ever, I'm going to be Abby, and I will tell you why in just... Let's get this main event started. Here we go, and Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correct. I am rooting for Chaotic's public enemy number 1, Stabby Abby. And the reason, there are not many things I'm afraid of. Not a lot of things. One of the things that I am afraid of is dolls. Which is why I'm so happy I am phoning in for this match. I will never root for Dolly just because it's a living doll. I'm just going to point that out. So I'm hoping Stabby Abby wins for the first time ever. Oh, and Stabby Abby going at Dolly. And I'm so glad Dolly is on Mondays for when Chaotic returns. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not if, when. And we may have a little bit of a roster change in our return. Hint, hint. And now look at this from Stabby Abby. The stabbiest Abby in all the land. Stabby Abby got that nickname, of course, because she tried to stab her ex-boyfriend, Andy the Hun. Or her boyfriend. I really don't know about their relationship. Sometimes they're exes, sometimes they aren't. Andy the Hun's not here anymore. Stabby Abby off the top with the splash to the back of Dolly. Stabby Abby, of course, I believe the only female to win the World Waifu title on an episode of Main Event, which would be great because I was calling that episode. She beat Shade, who is, of course, a Chaotic member, which is why she's Chaotic's public enemy number 1. And Chaotic ENT, we will be back on top. Oh, look at this big splash from Stabby Abby. Dolly near the ropes. She's not going to use those ropes, however. She's going to kick out at 2. Stabby Abby kick to the back. Doing a lot of damage to the back, maybe trying to get the backstabber in play as she goes after the leg of Dolly. Dolly has barely gotten any offense in this matchup. It's been all Stabby Abby. And Abby going up to the top rope again. Looking to fly with the drop kick. Now going after the legs. Look at this, rolling through. Dropping the head on the knee. Covering the center of the ring. And Stabby Abby with the victory.
Here is your winner.
Stabby Abby with the victory over Dolly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for me tonight. Thank you for watching TDTW Main Event. Tune in to this channel April 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Survivor Series. And then when you're done with that, go to the Yoya 1 Twitch channel April 26th for Night 1 of Homecoming 7th, Night 2 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. My name is Yoya. As always, have fun, stay safe, don't do anything illegal. And if you do, don't get caught. Good night.